Do you still view the Bills as the class of the AFC? What?
We are so back.
How?
It was a rough September.
You got to get through the Prince.
I do. And you're right, KW. Big test.
That's how much faith he has.
Big test tonight for the Chiefs to go down into Duval and try to get a win. But the reality of the situation is this. Somehow, some way, a month into the shakiest start of a season the Chiefs have had, they are so clearly the scariest and, most importantly, most well-rounded team in the conference. It's not even a discussion.
Well-rounded.
Yeah, they have the best quarterback alive. They finally have an offensive line. They're getting their receiving core back. And unlike Buffalo,
you can't run the ball.
I understand that piece of it. I'll deal with that piece of it.
Well, they're probably a well-rounded team.
Well, then who is in the AFC?
Well, I don't know. You're saying the best well-rounded.
Yeah, because the Bills don't have a defense. So I would take a team whose offense is going to be helmed by Mahomes and will figure out the running game piece of it rather than, again, who is the most well-rounded team in the AFC? Tell me.
The Chargers' problem is they're banged up.
The Chargers' problem is they're not good anymore. No, the Ravens are terrible. The Bengals are done. He might say it's the Colts.
It's the Colts.
Right, exactly.
It is.
Thank you. It is the Colts, which is why I'm right. Because if it's the Colts, it's the Chiefs. Because here's the situation we're going to be staring at. We're going to be staring at an AFC playoff field where there is Patrick and Josh and a bunch of guys who have never won a playoff game, or in Daniel's case have won one playoff game. And the Bills are going to be staring at bringing this defense into that fight. And while the Chiefs potentially can trade for one player and change their running back situation, there's not one player that changes a defense. There might be a Micah Parsons level, but not a player you can get at the deadline. So no, I don't view the Bills as the class of the AFC. I view the Chiefs as the class of the AFC. And somehow, after tonight, despite being left for dead, they're going to be a game out of the 1 seed again.
That's too funny. That's too funny. Oh, that's so funny. They are not. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And a big reason why they did lose, again, I don't know if you guys know this. Patrick Mahomes threw a pick 6 at the 3-yard line in the red zone, where then it ended up being a 99-yard touchdown return. Darn. They're not quite that one game behind the Buffalo Bills now, are they? Listen, it's still clearly the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs is the top team in the AFC and top team in the NFL. But to just try to invent that, the Kansas City Chiefs are just head and shoulders better than the Buffalo Bills, and that it's how dare we even remotely consider the Buffalo Bills? I don't know, man. I don't know. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, does it? It doesn't. It does not. So, yeah. I just think at the end of the day, this take is so perfect because it's obviously before the Kansas City Chiefs play the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you could see the confidence and you could see the downplaying of Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills now lose a tough game against the Patriots, a divisional game. Okay. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Kansas City Chiefs lose. And yet there's still all the faith in the world from the Kansas City Chiefs, but minimal faith in the Buffalo Bills. And you say that the AFC is going to be all a bunch of quarterbacks that have never been there. Your Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be there because Aaron Rodgers is. Aaron Rodgers is there. Now that I'm maybe hoping we see the way how the seeding works. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs in Pittsburgh facing Aaron Rodgers. I'd have to figure out what seeding, how exactly that, I guess there would be different variations of how that could be. 2-7, 3-6, 4-5, right? So it could unfold a few different ways, as long as the Chiefs ultimately would have to just not be able to win the division for that ultimately to happen, because it feels like the Steelers are going to win their division with all the injuries in the AFC North. But you could also get a situation where the Buffalo Bills wild card route could go up against the Kansas City Chiefs first round. That's a possibility as well too. Because with the Jags and the Colts keep winning, we don't know if the Bills automatically get the 1 seed like it felt like they were and they should, but weird stuff happens all the time. I mean, if you told me that the Colts just like didn't lose another game for the rest of the season, you're like, dude, Daniel Jones and the Colts have 1 loss this whole season. I'd be like, man, the NFL is wild. So it's just like, you don't really know. So the playoffs, we talk about these other teams right now and these other quarterbacks, but like the reality is the way how the playoff seeding could unfold, like you could get Chiefs and the Bills wild card round. We could get at least at the divisional round, right? It's not like it's guaranteed to be an AFC championship game here. You could get Rodgers, Chiefs. Like you can get some interesting dynamics here. You really could. And what will it all mean when at the time, like, it's just so early, but to ask this question and to pretend like we can't confidently say, well, yeah, the Bills deserve to be considered a top, unless we're trying to reduce this to the absolute #1 team, no question about it, then here's the thing about the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Why discuss these games then if the outcomes of the games just don't matter at all? If nothing we watch matters at all? I mean, what is that? What does that all what's the point then? And it's just like, if the Buffalo Bills beat one team, then it's like, oh, they're the top team in the NFL. Then they lose one game and it's like, nah, not anymore. And the Chiefs keep losing and it's like, no, they're still the top team. And then they lose again. You're like, nah, they're still the top team. And the Eagles keep winning and they're a top team, but then they lose a tough game and it's like, no, they're no longer a top team. And so it's just like, I don't know. I really don't. This has been a messy beginning of the season because more than ever, does it really feel like once you reach the conclusions about how you feel about these teams going into this season, it just seems like you're just not budging in any direction, And I just, yeah, I'm just still trying to make sense of it. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Buffalo Bills? Do you think it's fair to still view them as the class of the AFC? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.